Hi, it's April with Cricut-Crafting. I wanted to show you guys today how to make a card. This is being called the pop-down card. This card will fold up. I'm going to provide you guys with a dimensional envelope in case you do it like I do, but it will fit into a regular square envelope once it's finished if you don't use the dimensional flowers like I have here. It ends up being, I believe, a 4x4 square card. I'm going to provide the file for Cricut Design Space users on this. You can find that in the description below. And like I said, it's called a pop down card. And we're going to go ahead and get started making this. I am going to make a suggestion. I made this with a heavy 110-pound cardstock, and it doesn't quite want to lay down well. That does not bother me, but if you're looking for something that's going to sit more flush, you may want to choose a lighter weight cardstock for this, which I've chosen and cut for the tutorial to show you guys. You're going to have two of the panels with the circle cut out. You're going to have one plain square decorative panel, and I used for those the Prima paper. I got this on clearance at Hobby Lobby, I believe it was. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. And I don't know if it's still available. This is the Something Blue stack. If I can find it on Amazon, I will provide a link for that as well. But any of your pattern paper will work. This is not a double-sided paper, so it's nothing special. It's just a printed cardstock. It is a good cardstock, but nonetheless. I did stamp that other one with the Hampton Arts layering stamps. This one, I believe, is called the Butterflies, Layering Butterflies. I will provide a link to that through Blitsy. That is one of my affiliates, and I love these stamps. They go great with a lot of different projects. I laid this one out to cut, these are the flowers, a white center, but you can change that if you want to. This is just a Design Space flower. You can put any flower you want in there. I designed this when it cuts. This is attached so that you're not wasting any cardstock, and it cuts out of the scrap anyway. I also, in case you wanted to stamp rather than place a flower, I put a score line on there, and I don't know if you can see this on camera or not, but it's very faint. You know how the Cricut scores. So if you don't want to use it, or you're afraid it might show up on your cardstock if you're using a textured cardstock, detach it and remove that if you're not going to stamp. You don't need it, because when you fold it up, you're going to see where to place your flower. That is just for stamping, because it's hard to stamp on fold paper. So I provided that so that you could keep your stamp in the window area. First thing you're going to do is fold on the score lines. I have my bone folder here, or one of them. This is one of my old ones. Fold everything, trying to stay on camera for you guys. And you want to score these, press these with your bone folder, and you want to press them well so that you get that good crisp fold when it opens up, so that it will stay opened up flat and not be bouncy on you. And then to make sure that mine will lay flat, the flattest possible, am using the bone folder and folding mine back in the opposite direction as well to get good folds, so that it's not pushing against itself when you open it up. Once you've got all of those folded, there's a tab here on this one, and we want to fold that tab in on itself. And get a good crease on it. I am again going to fold mine to the back just to give my card the movement it needs to lie flat when it opens. I just want a good crisp fold, and then fold it back up. And I'm using art glitter glue to put mine together with. I did try this with tape at first because that's the way I saw some other people doing it. Mine pops loose. It won't stay. I don't know if it's the humidity, what it is, but it didn't work well for me. I put my glue on my tab, and I'm using, again, the art glitter glue, and that I sell in my Etsy shop. I'll give you guys a link to that. I folded, I don't know if you can see, I folded that back up just flat, and I folded this panel up flat. Then I am going to fold this over and press it. You want to make sure that you're not putting too much glue on there, because if you do, it's going to stick in the open position, which we do not want. And if you press it this way till it dries and it's got excess glue, it's going to glue itself to the back and not open. So you want a good amount of glue, but not enough to squish out and make your card not operate. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to press that down well, just to make sure. And it's going to lift up a little bit, but once you get your flowers and stuff on there, it'll have a tendency to relax. Okay, once you have this piece done, and if you're going to stamp on your panel, now is the time to do that. And like I said, this is out of the Hero Arts Layering Butterfly Stamp. I'm using the Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful on that. I am using Tip Top Taupe from Stampin' Up! On this, because I just want it to be a little subtle. I don't want it to be, I want it to show, but I don't want it to be the center of the card. I don't want the focal point. The flower should be the focal point on this one, or whatever you use to embellish it with. This would go great. You could even make this into a guy's card with a fish, a three-dimensional or something coming up out of there. But there's that panel. And you can do this before you glue that flap if you want. If you're afraid that you can't get your panel on there straight, by all means go ahead and do that before you put it together. I'm just going to press that in. Again with the circle pieces. Just a little bit of glue around there. It doesn't take much with this art glitter glue. I'm getting more on the table, I think, than I am on my paper. And we're just going to line that up. And I cut this to where you would have a frame of your other paper. I thought it looked best that way, since the panel didn't cover the white edges or the whatever color your base is. I wanted that to peep through as well. And then we're going to put one on the inside. And you don't have to put one on the inside. Most people aren't. All the ones that I saw people doing just had the panel on the front. And I wanted mine to be a little dressier than that. I'm just going to and there we have the card. It's basically finished with the exception of our flower. Now I'm going to give this one more good press. I'm a little offline. Make sure you get yours lined up a little bit better than what I did. Pressing that corner. Then I'm going to set that to the side, and we're going to work on flowers. This is the flower that's in Design Space. Like I said, you can change this piece to one solid color. You can change it to any flower that you want. And I'm going to use that dimensional flower. I just wanted to give it a base where it lifts up, just to give it a finished look. I do spritz, and I mean spritz. You don't want to drown your paper with a little bit of water, and just so that it helps those fibers loosen up. I'm using the McGill flower tools. I'll provide a link for those on Amazon as well for you guys. And you just want to go around and do the back side of the petals, breaking those paper fibers down to get a good cup on those, or as much as you want for whatever flower that you're doing. Sometimes I don't like that McGill paper pad as much as I do the Cricut one. This is the one that comes in the Cricut tools. If you got the mystery box for July, the regular mystery box, the physical, not the digital, then you got one of these pads. For some reason my paper isn't wanting to, it's wanting to slip and slide rather than break down. There we go. But you're just going to give all of your flowers a good little cup on there like that, just to break them down. And that one it just doesn't want to break down well without spritzing it. This Prima paper is a really good paper. It's very sturdy. And I think it might be my wrist giving out on me here, not wanting to let me do my flowers. I'm a little off camera, but I don't want to shake everything so badly either. So I'm not doing these like I normally do. But just work with them until you get them in the shapes that you want. And like I said, I'm going to be layering mine just to give them a base. This is not going to show. If it was going to show, I would go ahead and cup those as well, and then put maybe Nouveau drops or a stone in the center. But since I'm putting that other flower on there, I don't need those two. Just putting them together with some art glitter glue. Put a little on the back. It doesn't take much of this. It sticks really fast, really well. Dries clear and fast. Fit it inside there. And I left the cap off of my glue, and it's not wanting to come out as quickly. I'm just going to push that on. And then I put another smaller one. Let's see if I can find my stainless steel pen. Open up my glue. There we go. There we go. That's better. And then I'm going to place one on the front, because mine is going into a dimensional envelope. If not, you could even use this to do that if you wanted to do it that way, or make a smaller flower for that. And there you have it. That's your pop down card. Again, like I said, working with it and playing with it, that will settle down and lay down. Just keep pressing your corners and your folds and get those going, and it will eventually lay down. I'm probably going to press mine a little bit with a book on my next ones before I put this flower on, but I noticed everybody else was having that trouble too. I think it will settle down after time. But there you have it. It's very easy, very simple, put together, quick, less than 30-minute card. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And please give me a thumbs up for this video if you liked it. Also, if you're not a member of my Facebook group, please click on the link down below for the Facebook group and come on over and join us. We always have lots of fun over there. Lots of sales, everything, anything that we can get a coupon for, I post that, as well as free files, SVGs. Have a wonderful crafting day, and thanks for watching.